You think the way you think is just normal, the obvious way to see things. But psychologists found that people actually fall into 5 completely different thinking styles, and yours secretly shapes how you argue, how you decide, and how you solve every single problem. Two people can look at the exact same thing and process it in totally opposite ways, and both be completely convinced that they are the logical one. So today, the 5 types of thinkers, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one you are. As we go, look for the one that feels like you, and the ones that finally explain the people who drive you completely crazy. And stick around for number 5. It's the rarest and the most misunderstood. First up, the realist. Their whole motto is, what you see is what you get. Realists trust facts, proof in their own senses. If they can see it or measure it, it's real. Everything else, theories, feelings, maybes, is basically fluff. They're decisive and practical. Give them a problem and they want it fixed now with what's actually here. Their superpower, they cut through the nonsense and get things done. In a room full of dreamers, the realist is the one asking, okay, but who's actually doing this and with what money? Their blind spot. They can oversimplify, trust only the obvious, and steamroll anyone who disagrees. You might be a realist if you're allergic to theory, you trust hard evidence, and let's just be practical is your catchphrase. Number 2, the analyst. If the realist trusts the obvious facts, the analyst trusts the method. Analysts are logical and methodical. They break big problems into pieces and gather the data. They hunt for the one best, correct way to solve it. And they hate being rushed. Their superpower, thoroughness. They're the one who actually reads the manual and spots the flaw everyone missed. And what they build tends to actually hold together. Their blind spot, analysis paralysis. Chasing the perfect answer, they overthink, overplan, and freeze. And they struggle when life is messy and unfair, because messy has no tidy, logical solution. You might be an analyst if you make spreadsheets for fun. You need all the info before deciding, and it depends on the data feels deeply true. Number 3, the pragmatist. Their motto, whatever works. Where the analyst wants one perfect plan, the pragmatist shrugs and says, let's just try something and see. They're flexible and experimental. Small steps, test as you go, change course. The second something stops working, their superpower, speed. While the analyst is still planning, the pragmatist has tried 3 things and found one that works. They thrive in chaos and uncertainty, where rigid plans fall apart. Their blind spot. They can be too short-term, always optimizing for right now, with no big long-term plan. And to others, they can look a little scattered or unpredictable. You might be a pragmatist if you learn by doing. You're happy to wing it, and good enough, let's ship it is your love language. Number 4, the idealist. Idealists are big-picture, values-driven thinkers. They care about goals, people, and what should be. They naturally think about the future, the ideal outcome, and how everyone can win. They're receptive. They want to hear every viewpoint. And they assume the best in people. Their superpower, vision, and empathy. They ask, but is this the right thing to do? And bring people together. They give a group meaning and a shared purpose to rally around. They're a blind spot. They can be unrealistic, holding out for the perfect solution and ignoring the hard trade-offs. And they get quietly crushed when a reality and people don't live up to their high standards. You might be an idealist if you think in terms of values and the greater good. You hate conflict, and you've been called a bit of a dreamer. And number 5, the rarest of them all, the synthesist. Synthesists are the creative rebels. While everyone tries to agree, they're fascinated by conflict and contradiction. Their favorite move: take two opposite ideas that seem totally incompatible and ask, but what if both are true? They challenge assumptions and play devil's advocate, not to win, but to spark something new. Their superpower: innovation. They see the links nobody else does and produce the genuinely original idea. The unexpected combination that makes everyone go, wait, that's actually brilliant. Their blind spot: they can seem argumentative, even contrarian. And they get bored by the boring but necessary details. You might be a synthesist if you question obvious answers. You love debating ideas, and people can't always tell if you're serious or just stirring the pot. So, which one are you? Here's the twist. Almost nobody is just one. Most of us have a strong primary style plus a backup, and a rare few can flex across several depending on the problem. And the most important part, no type is the best one. The realist gets it done, the analyst gets it right, the pragmatist gets it moving, the idealist gives it meaning, and the synthesist makes it new. The strongest teams and the sharpest minds aren't the ones who all think alike. They're the ones who have all five and know how to use them. So next time someone just doesn't get it, maybe they're not wrong. They're just running a different operating system. Drop your type in the comments and tag the friend who is your total opposite. If this made you think, drop a like, comment your type, and subscribe for more. Class dismissed.